Aloha, everyone. Dr. Heather here. It is Good Friday and Freedom Friday. So I definitely wanted to make sure that I did a video today to inspire and really, hopefully, this will give you a little bit of hope and encouragement. So, I know that there's a lot going on, right? A lot of you have struggled with depression, with sadness, with maybe anger, with losses, with difficult relationships, and I get it all, right? I totally get it all. I have also struggled with those things. I'm not immune, no matter how much emotional intelligence and energy mastery and mindset mastery. It is the ebbs and flows of life, right? And so the reason why I wanted to share with you on this Good Friday is because for those of you who know me, I'm a total God's girl. I love, love, love my faith, which is Christianity. And I also love and appreciate every person's model of the world and their beliefs, regardless of whether they're similar or whether they're different from mine. And one of the reasons why I wanted to share that, because you hear baby girl in the background, I wanted to share with you two scriptures. So this is Easter weekend, Good Friday. This is where what comes to me is like the rebirth, the redemption, the resurrection, the creating a new way forward. And that's what spring is about. That's what Easter is about. Freedom, right? Stepping into our freedom. And so there is one scripture in particular that talks about the fruits of the Spirit that was so powerful. That's why I did a series on my Wisdom Wednesdays a couple years ago on it. And it was talking about the fruit of the Spirit. So, for those of you who also believe in Jesus and are of a Christian faith, the thing that I love the most about it is that, we have a new start, a new beginning, right? A new possibility. Now, when you get born again or when you give your life over to Christ, it's like you are a new creation. You are a new creation energetically, right? And there's a secret about allowing that new creation that is you to flow not just in your spirit, but also down into your mind, your body, and your heart and soul. So therefore you can be the fruits of the spirit 24/7, not just on 1 or 2 days out of the week. So the fruit of the spirit is love, is joy, is peace, is kindness, is goodness, is faithfulness, is gentleness, and also self-control. Now, if there's something going on in the mental and emotional or even the physical body that it can cause us to not be the fruits of the spirit, it's not it's really your job to be able to address it. Like a lot of times we can get blown away by what's happening in external circumstances and situations, but the biggest thing is to know that you cannot control other people, other places, other situations, but what you can control is how you respond and your situations and your perceptions and your thoughts. And a lot of times our thoughts can be automatic, our emotions can be overwhelming, right? And there is a way to take the pressure off. The first of all is recognizing less thinking and more trusting. Because when you step into your purpose, your divine calling, which is why I love coaching so very much, because it creates this win-win for everyone. It's a win for the client, it's a win for me, it's a win for the whole world and everyone that is connected to me and the people that I serve. The other reason why this is something that's so important is because it goes in hand with a scripture on Mark 3:25 that says, if a house is divided against itself, that house cannot stand. Now, I'm not just talking about the physical home, although that's a big part of it, right? So you think about, this is why we talk about business and life harmony, because it's usually a lot of times the life stuff that, and like the stuff that's going on in the home that's getting in the way of the harmony in business. Or it could be like the chaos that's happening in business where we're not understanding and they're so overwhelmed that leads into the life. But it is about creating peace on all sides. So when you understand that it's not necessarily just a home, your physical home, but it's also even your body. Your body is your home. You only get one mind, you only get one body, you only get one heart, you only get one soul, and it's important for them to be in alignment and on one accord. So it's like really okay, here's the thing. If there is a difference between how God views you and how you view you, then there is definitely room for transformation and a need for transformation, because really we want to be able to have it where who I am and who I think I am are the same person. Now, you can't control who other people think you are. That's a lot of times we try to do that. We want to make sure um that we're seen in the best light. But the best way to be able to do that is to give yourself permission to be vulnerable, to be authentic. I literally went through the biggest chaos and the biggest transformation in my life over the last couple of years. It did not, though, take away from the calling that God had for me, right? It actually allowed me to, it was actually a calling to lean into it more. So therefore, I did it with my own understanding. This is the other scripture about trusting in the Lord with all of your heart and not relying on your own understanding. Because in my own understanding, I would have destroyed every single thing that God was calling to bless me with. See, when you operate with less thinking and more trusting, then you're able to have greater awareness of what's going on. So I don't know what your unique situation is. Maybe it could be grief of something that's lost, not just a something or someone. I just want to let you know that there's hope, and you don't have to go the battle alone, right? There are so many people that are available to be able to support you. I love working with entrepreneurs, right? Those, because I know that there can be these hills and valleys, especially doing a business, and all of a sudden someone you lose someone, or a relationship goes away, or there's difficulties happening. But there's a bigger picture. It is not about the temporary, it is about the eternal, right? So when you're able to be in that less thinking and more trusting space, then it actually allows you to have the greater awareness of the bigger picture of where God is calling you to. So the last part of this that I want to share with you is that it is about overcoming every fear that is preventing your total success. No matter who you think you are, you're so much more than that. There's a greatness and a wisdom and an amazingness, especially if you're a child of God, is in there so bad that it's waiting to come out. And when we resist, it persists. So we want to be able to let it out. Shine like the lighthouse leader that you are. Don't be apologetic of your journey or your story. Actually, use your story, use your journey to allow it to empower you, but not out of this place of anger or a place of sadness or a place of fear, hurt, and guilt, right? Use it out of the place of unconditional love, which is the word aloha. So y'all hear me say aloha quite a bit. And that's really what it's about, operating and being in that unconditional love and gratitude for even the unpreferred situations and circumstances that come your way, because then that's when God can bless you with more. That's when he can be able to really see how you handle. How do you handle the greatest challenges? Will let him know how prepared you are for the biggest rewards. So a lot of times we see an obstacle and we want to give up. We want to throw in the towel. Man, this is too hard. This is not easy. Like, and that's the worst thing to do. We give up and we miss the blessings. The blessings are in the challenges. Every challenge has a solution. So when you understand, okay, where is the division? Where is there a call for unity? Where is there a call for expression? Then you can be able to own that, be that, vibe that. So who you are aligns with who God thinks you are, or God knows you are. Who you think you are is aligns with who you are. And then who other people think you are, that's on them. The right people, though, this is the beautiful part about it. The right people will see that value and see that amazingness in you to be like, okay, I know I'm to connect with this person. And you also may have some people that it's your message may totally repel. But know that the message that is given to you, your experiences, everything that's working together for the good of those that love the Lord is not necessarily just for you, but it's also called to support the people that you're called to support. Yeah, I think that's right. Right? It is for the people that you're called to support, the people who are going to be transformed by your testimony and your story and your message. And there lies the beauty. There lies the beauty. So breaking free from the temporary situations. Yes, it's okay not to be okay. It's okay to have those bad days. It's okay to, you know, to experience and lean into even the heaviness or the denseness of life. What's not okay is for you to stay there and use that as an excuse to not do your calling. Because even in this journey that I've been on, and I can't wait to be able to share some of the stuff that I went on over the last couple of years. But even in that, right, it was still where, no, I'm showing up, I'm rising. God give me the strength. And he does. It's so amazing to be able to see that he will make whatever was meant to harm you or to discourage you or to create this craziness, he will turn it into a masterpiece. He will make whatever mess, there's a message in it that's called for you to be able to share. And that's what we're all about here at Another Level Living. We all are all about supporting you and sharing your story, healing it, making light so you can share it from this place of empowerment and also be able to be empowered by your story as you also support other people in being empowered by theirs. I want to hear what's your biggest takeaway from this message today. I'm going to post this all over social media, so we'll see where it goes. But what's your biggest takeaway? And what is it that you're being called to step into in this new season? Right? And I look forward to seeing you next week. I'm going to go ahead and sign off and have an amazing weekend with my family. You all do the same. And recognize too, even if it's like you're struggling with the loss of a loved one, think about what are some of the things that they have taught you. What are some of the things that, like the wisdom that you want to be able to carry, the positive memory that you want to hold on to and get some awareness on. So therefore you can be able to honor their memory and honor them in a new light. The best message, the best advice that I've ever been given. I've been given a lot of advice. I give a lot of advice. Um, this is from my sister, right? She said, Heather, you want to create peace with where you're at. Let me kind of repeat that. You want to create peace with where you're at. Because a lot of times we get so caught up in what was, right? Or we can get so caught up in what is to come. And then there's so much worry, uncertainty, anxiety, and everything there. But it's about being at peace with where you are. When you have that total peace of where you are and you're prepared for where you're going, then you can walk and glide into your destiny as compared to going kicking and screaming. But sometimes I did. All right. Last thing I'll say, I posted today this is why when I posted when there's no enemy or when you win the battle within, then nothing externally is scary. And that way you can be this unconditional love to anyone, anytime, any place, anywhere with other people, but also especially with yourself. All right. I look forward to seeing you next week and have an awesome rest of the day. Peace.